I am ready to tell the story of how I, as a black man, was bullied by white people. My story began when I was a child, when I was the only black kid in school. From day one, I was called nigger, chocolatier, and other derogatory names. All the kids seemed like enemies who didn't want to accept me into their company. With time, I began to get used to these taunts and tried to ignore them. However, when I started attending high school, the situation only began to get worse. The white students started bullying me even more, physically abusing me, and expressing their contempt for my race. I remember once after gym class, I was blocked in the locker room, where they poured water on me and hit me on the head with wet towels. When I tried to get out, they wouldn't let me open the door, and I stayed there for hours until the teacher released me. Also, I was repeatedly victimized by racist remarks from teachers. One teacher told me right to my face that black people could not learn at the same level as white people, and that I should have been grateful that she even tried to teach me. There was nothing my parents could do to stop this situation. They were poor immigrants who had faced discrimination themselves in the past and did not know how to help me. I felt alone and helpless. Unfortunately, this bullying did not end after high school. I continued to face discrimination during college and at work, but I didn't give up and kept fighting for my rights. My struggle for the rights of black people began after I moved to a big city and started working for a company with many white employees. I was confronted with the fact that my coworkers preferred to interact only with white people, and I felt separated from the general culture and fellowship. I began to notice that many people around me preferred to believe that black people were less developed and could not handle certain tasks. I knew this was wrong and decided to do something about it. I started participating in discussions about discrimination, and I started drawing the attention of my colleagues to the problems of black people. I told my story and tried to explain that discrimination was not only wrong, but it was bad for society as a whole. I started getting involved with charities and helping people who were experiencing discrimination. I organized events and spoke at public events to raise awareness about racism and discrimination. My struggle was not over, but I gradually noticed that people were beginning to realize that discrimination was wrong. I met people who apologized for their past statements and tried to change their behavior. This gave me hope that our world can become a better place and that each of us can contribute to the fight for equality. I want my children to not have to face what I have faced in the past. I want them to live in a world where people judge each other not by the color of their skin, but by their actions and accomplishments. I know it is not easy, but I believe that our efforts will be rewarded and that our world will be a fairer place. Thank you for your attention. It was very important for me to speak out. I feel much better now,